That's what's happening. Big Chungus comes in and makes ShowMaker feel like a god, and then he plays a little bit overly aggressive into Grace's Zoe that he's going to pick this game.
Every time I've talked to players that were on like losing streaks or something, and then they would be subbed in for game 2 at match point or something.
Yeah.
It always is often met with, it's an enormous amount of pressure, and it doesn't feel super good.
And it doesn't feel good to like replace your own friends, right? Because they're not performing well, and then the expectation only makes it worse. Right. Yeah.
And then how warmed up are you, realistically, to go on stage? Although here, and also at the LCS and I assume LEC studios, they do have the computers backstage where you can play.
Where you can warm up. Yeah. They do have them here as well, of course. In Lowpark.
And so we'll see what ends up occurring here, as Nico, Lux, and Kellin are the bans by DAMWON on the side of Jin Air.
Well, Yumi is available. The Kellin Yumi could be coming out.
Oh man, the cat is ready. The cat's out of the bag.
It is. And it's looking to be into the plane. It's now DAMWON to answer with some power picks of their own. Still a lot available. Silas is up. I mean, the Darm Kench wasn't banned this time. Hopefully, DAMWON do not pick that champion. It's Nuguri. Where is he going to go? Still a lot of choices he could go for. Sejuani is going to be picked up here, as maybe, just maybe, Nuguri is going to have that counter pick opportunity. ShowMaker might be piloting the Silas, but it is, of course, a flex pick in multiple different roles, as demonstrated by KT Rolster earlier in the week.
And now, it's handed back over to Jin Air. What is going to be the ADC of choice to combo with the Yumi?
Ooh, Bullet Hell.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Making Lucian a sorcerer, I'm not so sure about that, you know?
Yeah.
All
so
right,
we're going to make Ezreal a sorcerer.
We're going to make Ezreal. He's not even in the game yet. That's how much of a sorcerer he is.
I actually feel like if Ezreal was going to be in the game, wouldn't he be like Ranger sorcerer? He could be both, couldn't he?
No. Ezreal would be Elementalist, right?
Oh, theoretically.
Yeah, he would probably be Elementalist.
Would he be Noble?
No? No?
Like, as far as Origin is concerned, what would his Origin be? As Grace did play Zoe, exactly like I predicted earlier on. Just following the script, guys. It's nothing impressive about being able to predict a draft. We have the script in front of us.
Yeah. Well, Zoe is not that bad of a champion, actually, right now in the current meta. And Grace is going to try to pilot it to victory.
Well, see whether he can. Of course, it's going to be a difficult task. It's not Lissandra. You can only win on Lissandra this season, sorry.
And the scary thing about the Zoe is that the Sejuani and the Kai'Sa, they already want to reach the backline. And so Jin Air in the second phase, they're going to need to choose junglers that are able to protect them well enough, or a jungler and a top laner that's able to protect and peel for them well enough. But knowing how some of the drafts end up going, we're going to get an Aatrox and something else thrown in here. Maybe like a Jarvan, because that doesn't make any sense. So
yeah,
we might get it.
We might. I mean, so far, the Jin Air Greenwings have a phenomenal poke con. Like, the setup for poke is
the
just
poke is
amazing.
really good. Ezreal Zoe is hands down one of the most obnoxious mid-game, late-game team compositions to fight.
And now also, I mean, we also need to add that Jace has been disabled on this particular patch, as well as the Talia and the Mordekaiser. Jace would fit into this Jin Air composition extraordinarily well. But you're not seeing it because, of course, it is disabled. Would have been banned otherwise, most likely, anyway.
Aurelia banned away. That might be signifying Aatrox is the desired pick.
Camille has to be picked here, right? For DAMWON, just for the synergy with the Sejuani and the fact that Nuguri is so good at the champion. Also would be a split pusher that would fit into the Jin Air composition very well, as the LeBlanc is going to be the answer to the Zoe, and that's the way that ShowMaker is going to take this draft.
So this means that the Silas is going to go top lane, or we're going to get top Sejuani, or...
Support Sejuani.
Support Silas. You never saw that one coming, did you?
Oh, I didn't. That sounds like it's really bad.
Joke's on you, Atlas. Jungle Kai'Sa.
Oh, baby. I mean, that happened once.
That has happened. Yeah, here we go. We got Jarvan.
It was, in fact, Jin Air that played it. It was when C's subbed in.
Atlas, hold on.
Oh, God.
You ready for the Kennen or the
That's
Aatrox?
It's got to be Aatrox.
Calm down. Those would be the two worst picks, so one of them has to be coming.
Gangplank.
Ooh, a blind Gangplank actually would be good.
All right, GP.
Ooh, I like this, Atlas.
All right.
Okay, all right. You know what? The Jarvan, not the biggest fan, but Gangplank, not bad.
Fiddlestick.
Pantheon.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do
Lock it in.
Please. Oh.
Camille.
All right, Camille. That's exactly what I was saying earlier on. Not going to be too bad into the Gangplank, so comfortable.
Ooh. Oh, it is Sedge support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, Silas support.
That would be the
Silas
funniest thing in the
mid,
world.
LeBlanc support.
Oh, I don't know what the sign said. Jin Air, please win. Please one win, Jin Air.
Just one. I just want
I came
one
from
win.
Jeju.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's what the sign said.
Well, I mean, the support Sejuani is coming out. We've seen it before. We've also seen Sejuani carry with a Volibear support in Challenger. Anything is possible if you get that Glacial bonus, as it turns out. But it's going to be the Silas jungle once again. Score couldn't make it work in a couple of games during this week's play for KT. But can Canyon figure it out himself? Of course, it's not as healthy in the jungle. You don't have that shield to keep yourself alive, so it is a little bit tough, and it does mean that your jungle path can be a bit more predictable. You need to take that red buff a little bit earlier just so that you can get the health back. Otherwise, you're going to be going back home a little bit more often than not.
Yeah. And on the flip side, for DAMWON, Kai'Sa, Sejuani, LeBlanc, Silas, and then right there at the very top is the Camille. And so a very, very powerful mid-game spike team composition that also has a lot of reach to that Ezreal Zoe. This team composition actually counters Ezreal Zoe in an interesting way. This is probably one of the best chances a team could hope to have in the draft against Ezreal Zoe. And with the way they rounded out the draft, don't think I feel super good for the Ezreal Zoe comp.
Yeah, can be a little bit of a rough one here. That being said, Ezreal Zoe is a tried and tested composition. We'll see if it works here in game 2. DAMWON fans, of course, getting a whole lot more since Rift Rivals concluded. Their performance there was so incredibly exciting. Jin Air Greenwings still desperate to try and find themselves a victory. You saw the fans as we've got a bit of a rookie fan here. The ShowMaker representing the IG skins. Pretty cool.
Well, so far in this game, not too much action is going to be unfolding on the opening, as both teams just seem content to...
come on, man.
What?
You could have taken the Jackie Love skin to be just coordinate. And wait, was it Camille as well? That was
Camille, Rakan... Wait.
Yeah. It's Camille,
Zaya.
Camille, Rakan, Kai'Sa.
Oh, Kai'Sa. Oh, that's
And
right.
LeBlanc.
Sorry, I just assumed Zaya, yeah.
And who was the jungler for the Ning's jungle? I don't remember.
You're supposed to be a caster.
Yeah, sorry.
Can't even believe
Caster,
you right
by the
now.
way.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Skin purchaser, by
Yeah.
the way.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, you know, I mean, they probably did sell
Wait,
a lot
Camille
of
was
skins,
the
though.
Camille was the jungle pickup, and then the top lane
Oh.
was for the Shy. So
You're cheating using
Aurelia.
Twitch chat. I see
that
you.
was it. Yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah. Like, come on. Just
All
trying to
right.
get it into my brain.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
Not claiming credit. Okay. Nuguri just farming things out here against Tana, doing the best he can in the early stages of the game. Gangplank, surprisingly good, actually. The first couple of levels.
Yeah.
And things can go wrong.
And he also has the Grasp of the Undying, which is going to be quite effective.
And Nuguri has, of
Against-
course, taken Kleptomane, like he does every time he plays Camille.
Yeah. And you know, the interesting thing is that what an evolution Camille has had as a champion, in that she used to have clear defined
Ow.
weaknesses inside of the lane, but then players have gotten so much better at playing her and her timings that she's able to be even more greedy now with her builds.
I feel like Nuguri is the only one that actually plays the epically greedy version with Kleptomancy coming in almost every single time. Punishment might actually happen this game though, because Tana can have some control. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Okay, never mind. Picks up a
how much did he roll?
90.
90.
That's what I saw. Was it 90? Twitch chat? Confirm for me.
Low sales over there for him, I'll tell you that much.
Damn, that is it's a large amount of gold to be picked up. Now, all I'm seeing is Monk S. As Tana he went from trading quite well to trading pretty poorly.
Well, he ends up getting the wave to crash, but he did it so slowly that he's not able to obtain a cheater recall and just walk back to the lane completely freely. You can see he's having to expend his teleport. Not the most ideal situation there for the Gangplank. Had he just played the lane a little bit cleaner, he would have been able to conserve that. Oh, man.
Chains are going to land here from ShowMaker. A bit of extra damage, but you can see the minions actually doing a lot of work as Nuguri in trouble. Tana comes back with a Doran's Blade and looks to cut down the Camille. Able to get the first blood solo kill. Tana versus Nuguri.
I'm a little bit shell-shocked right now in the lane. Oh, no, they're going to do him dirty.
No, you are staying there, Malrang. Are you just waiting for the minion wave teleport?
Wait.
Oh, no, he's
no, Nuguri can't resist. Oh, he can't resist. You know it. You feel it right now, right? You feel it in your...
in my waters. I can feel it in my waters.
Oh, man.
Malrang knows. He can sense that it's his time.
God.
Canyon is here.
LCK,
no flash
little
available.
sensation. I think that he can feel the tingle right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, he can. He felt it. He didn't go for that. And so Malrang, you know, honestly, I think that was the most optimal play by J4. Because I think in a high majority of cases, Camille won't just do everything that Nuguri just did.
Yeah, and often Nuguri as well was known for playing more aggressively and playing emotionally as well. So certainly a gamble that was worth taking on the side of Malrang. We're going to check it out one more time. Tana with his Doran's Blade. Pretty powerful and just outranges the hook shot at the beginning.
And really clean there on the barrel. And this is just a byproduct. And if people are watching this and wondering, well, why did Nuguri just go for that trade? If he hits the hook shot and everything goes smoother, you end up stealing a lot of HP and mana away from Gangplank, and you still have your teleport. Oh, Canyon.
Yeah,
on top
great
of a ward.
ward.
Yeah.
Great ward. Malrang's here for a potential counter gank as well. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that Tana did flash in that 1v1. Now he has level 6. And he just ate some oranges. They're now looking for it. Was on cooldown.
What?
Canyon just picks it up. Malrang trying to come in the nick of time. Does get the double knock-up. Super slick play coming out. Can he get the double kill? Is the answer. We're waiting for the Kingslayer for Canyon. Can he actually get the cooldown? Once the fat flash abscond comes in, so many minions are here, but Malrang just tanky enough. Drops a flag and then drops the jungler, and Jin Air find themselves 3-1.
Jin Air, they find themselves, like you just said, 3-1 with the advantage right now inside of the game. And the other lanes aren't doing that bad, so this Gangplank is going to be accelerating. And off the recall, look at Jarvan. Bomby Cinder, as well as the Red Smite in boots. Things are going okay right now.
Yeah.
In this game number 2.
Severely okay.
Yeah.
As Tana died, right? He did.
Tana died, and then Malrang comes along the right-hand side. A little bit slow to trap them both inside of the Gangplank ultimate, but nonetheless able to bring him down. Canyon has flash, but decides to just die because using the flash would not be the best of decisions in that moment.
Yep, and that means 2 kills. Going over to Malrang. He's very good at grabbing those for himself. As Jin Air now with a 500 gold lead.
Well,
what a time to be alive.
Where were you when Jin Air had a 500 gold lead?
Here, Lol Park.
Oh.
Yeah, sitting on the desk next to you. It was moments ago. It's Oh wait, it's only 400 now. As DAMWON looking to try and lock down route. They're not going to be able to as Canyon lands the abscond. Almost didn't want to there as now he's trapped under the turret. True Shot Barrage finds a minion wave. And otherwise nothing else. Malrang now just scouting for wards. Nuguri going to be found by the sweeper. Blast Cone comes in. See you later, Malrang. That was really cute.
All right.
Great timing there from Nuguri. I'm not even sure whether he knew that he was coming over. As turret plate's being claimed by DAMWON bottom side. True Shot Barrage doesn't find Nuclear. And he's got a 60% win rate on this champion, and everybody else's Kai'Sa has a 31.8% win rate. That's a really weird stat, because it's like everyone else combined has that win rate.
Everyone's dragging the win rate down.
But I feel like, you know, somebody else might have higher than 32%.
Yeah,
there is definitely a culprit there.
How many times you're honestly being ridiculous. Can you just take the stat at face value? Okay, sorry. Always just being negative.
Yeah, no, I apologize.
It's alright, I accept.
Okay. Jeez. I'm gonna have to watch myself as this commentary continues. I thought this was a fun stream.
I thought it was too, but you know what?
And then Jin Air started winning, and LS got really serious all of a sudden.
I mean, they're in it to win it.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotta be.
Now, let me direct your attention to something else.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Today is July 28th here.
It
in
is.
South Korea.
That is true.
It's a Sunday.
That is also true. Thanks for that just pearl of knowledge. Damn. Oh my god. Are we getting to the point where you're literally reading out the date and that's the content that you have? What are we paying you for? Oh my god. BeryL takes half of his health bar in damage, you and me from Kellin, just to disallow any trade back. And the Piggy hasn't necessarily been super valuable this game. Does work out very similarly as he uses the Arctic Assault to get away from the Prowling Projectile. That isn't as dangerous on this patch, but is still an annoying ability, especially when you're a melee range champion. Sort of similar to the Volley Bear is the Sejuani in the way that it works.
Yeah.
You can get that flash knock up with the Arctic Assault from pretty decent range.
And you can basically get the 2-for-1, always.
Yeah.
Down there in the bottom lane. So the Sejuani will definitely act as a pick champion. And I like that she's actually allocated to the support role here while allowing Sylas into the jungle. Because realistically, you don't need her to be a tank when the enemy team is so squishy. Because as long as you can just get onto the Ezreal and Zoe, they tend to...
explode.
Yeah, well, that's a very graphic word. That's not one I would really use.
Pop?
Nope. Now you're making me think of Pennywise. And
that's very scary.
Oh, weird. You use Pop when Zoe's being talked about in Pennywise?
Yeah.
You a big fan of just children being taken by a sewer monster?
Whoa.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah, I got a little bit
I'm a big
dark.
fan of Tim Curry, okay? That's what I'm a big fan of. Love
I actually like
Conquer.
I like the new Pennywise, actually.
I want to see the new movie, the second
It's
one.
coming out.
Yeah, it's
Are we
coming out
going?
soon.
Oh, 2 dates?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you can't
man.
be planning the second date before
It's
the
in
first
September.
date.
My birthday's on the 15th.
Oh.
Just so you know.
All right. When does the movie come out?
I think the 6th.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see it before then. Sorry.
Okay. We could still call it your birthday.
Ooh, thank
You know, we could have like a LS birthday party movie night
Thank
for
you very much.
for the LCK people and stuff, you know?
I like that.
That could be fun. Okay. Last time when we planned going out to see a movie, it was during a pause.
Okay.
And this time, it's during the lull state. What is the difference?
Well,
Yeah.
it's 9:56 p.m.
Can you put your phone away? I'm sick of all of this added content that you have available to yourself. There's Canyon. He's going to start some action. Cannon Barrage comes in. Malrang and Tana in the wrong side of that particular ultimate. Now BeryL's going to turn up. Level 6 available as well. Tana is very dangerous. Malrang says, "You're dead, buddy." And I'm going to get out of the way as BeryL... don't know whether that was a great idea, but is able to get the flash out of Malrang and trading support flash. Sorry. Wait, no, that was able to get the flash. So he just used his QR. So I take it all back. Definitely worth from BeryL's side, and Tana is very dead.
Meanwhile, down here in the bottom lane, Root and Kellin, I mean, they're able to get a turret plate, and Nuclear is under quite a bit of pressure, and Zoe is coming with a pretty big belt.
Yeah. Paddle Star straight up misses. Got a Super Soaker, but there's the final chapter. Killer Instinct is there, but it's just not enough as Grace is able to lock down the Kai'Sa, and BeryL makes his way back in. Of course, understanding that the Piggy was topside, they were able to pick on Nuclear. He's got 20 seconds of sitting in the Death Chamber, and then will be able to teleport back to this lane after purchasing some items. See whether they can hold on to this turret, because of course it is very low.
Yeah, it is extremely low right now. Nuclear does have the teleport, though. He's going to be able to come back and get that shortly. And now, after this teleport, this is probably around the time where we would imagine that Clown Dragon would be picked up as, right here, Canyon and BeryL. I mean, he whiffs the ultimate, but he was there. He was there for moral support as Grace.
It's still successful, right?
Grace utilizes the priority to roam down into bottom. You can actually see on the minimap that ShowMaker making a pretty poor decision, wasted a lot of time running down the river. Should have just been hard crashing the wave, knowing that incapable of getting to match the Zoe. And yeah, Clown Dragon, and then it's going to be a Fire Dragon.
Exactly. The bushfire season is upon us. It was monsoon season in our previous series. Now bushfire season is in. Nuguri wanting to go for the handicap, I think, is what that first blood was all about. And now he wants to get a solo kill against the flow of play, against a Gangplank that did have that first blood. Now with level parity and probably a lot more gold as well, given that Kleptomancy and his ability to proc it on command. Also gets himself a turret plate immediately before they fall down. So nice timing for the Camille. I mean, is this how this matchup is supposed to go on paper, LS? The Gangplank versus Camille matchup? Because I had a feeling that Gangplank's not ever really supposed to be in a super great spot, apart from maybe some convenient times, levels 1 and 2.
Well,
but, this is looking like it's gone Camille favored very quickly.
Camille eventually takes over everything at a certain point, and the Kleptomancy is helping her sustain against the Gangplank. Even though Tana, he got that first kill, and then everything went well for him after that as well. So he's able to bully Camille early on, and then it hits a tipping point where things can get a little bit scary. But there are moments where Gangplank can stabilize depending on the items, which should have been the case given how the early game panned out. But Nuguri is obviously dealing with everything quite exquisitely.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a decent laner.
Yeah.
Did make that mistake earlier on, but I feel like that only angered him as DAMWON so much vision around this dragon pit. It doesn't have any dragons in it at the moment, as Canyon found himself a true shot barrage, and the Ezreal has not. He's found himself the death chamber. Malrang now in amongst it, but there is a Nuguri here, and that is so scary. Grace gonna bear the brunt of this one as the Kai'Sa picks up the kill onto the Java, and the Yuumi is dead as an afterthought. Grace is gonna go into his stopwatch. True shot barrage does not find the mark due to that, and Jin Air at least limp away with a couple alive. That's because Gangplank stayed top, and Grace very, very close to falling in that mid lane.
Yeah, Grace almost ends up going down, and now all of a sudden I look at the top and I just see the gold gap continuing to widen.
We got to keep our eyes on that, because we missed out on a 10k gold lead exploding into game number 1.
This is the weirdest. This is
Do you remember when Jin Air were 500 gold ahead?
I think I was there.
That was like front wheels up.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I think that happened on
what was the date?
The 28th of July in 2019.
28th of what time though?
It
would have been about. It would have been about. Okay, here's the replay. Do you want to analyze this?
Well, you know, I mean, some spells were cast and abilities happened, and then champions died. So, you know, I'm an analyst, so you know, I got you covered right there.
I mean, you told us exactly what went on.
And the abilities that they pressed right there, they had to use the QW and ER keys.
Whoa.
Yeah, while positioning their mouse.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
Maybe that's it. Try flipping your keyboard around.
You're a coach, by the way. Couldn't you coach me? Could you teach me how to
I mean, I could try, but I know just how galaxy brain you are. So.
I know. I'd probably outthink all of your coaching strategies anyway.
You probably would. Did you know that banging your head against a wall for an hour burns 150 calories?
Whoa, how many brain cells?
Don't know. Don't ask me questions.
Oh, sorry. I'd want to know that stat as well.
Yeah, no problem. I just thought I'd weave that in there.
Yeah.
We were talking about too much serious things, though.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're looking up facts like that for us so that we have added content to discuss during today's broadcast. Having a look towards the top of the screen, 3,000 gold is the margin between DAMWON and Jin Air. DAMWON just looking like the better team today, which is why you're hearing a bit of silliness from the commentators. A little bit.
A little.
Not too much. We're staying pretty serious this game. As Root will try and pick up as much farm as he can. We'll see which direction he goes with the build. the moment, he's still looking for those first 2 items to cling on to some relevance. And at the moment, he is also, you know, staying up with the farm. Only 6 behind. That seems all right.
Not doing too bad, but with the way that the game is going right now, I mean, Zoe has the Merc Treads. I don't think that Grace realizes that if any of those champions are on top of her, she's dead anyway. The tenacity isn't really going to matter. And we're going to have to see what Ezreal's item is going to finally round out the 4-item thing, because LeBlanc, Kai'Sa, Camille, and Silas are just going to run over these 2 champions. And with Gangplank being stunted now, and Jarvan being tanked, there's no other forms of damage.
ShowMaker is unseen, I think, moving up towards Jin Air. And he moving over to the side. ShowMaker gets some vision of this area as BeryL throws out the ultimate point blank onto Malrang. The Zoomies are available for a bit of extra healing, but Canyon's found the backline, and that's a very dead Jarvan. The Yuumi is now going to suffer the same fate as Canyon's buying so much time in the backline and gets out. Now Nuclear's in. There's no more cooldowns remaining. The Zoe dies to the LeBlanc, but beautiful play out of DAMWON to secure so many kills. They steal away the red buff. The Infernal Drake is going to be there as well as ShowMaker has discovered route. Doesn't find the chains. But Nuguri, he wants this kill also. Doesn't have flash. Buying a lot of time. And Tana is still top. And,
Shelly at 19.5 minutes. That's a really nice consume.
Yeah.
You get to keep it, and then if you get Baron,
you can use it to push for the win.
You can summon a large purple monster to assist your large purple minions after you manage to
get the large purple buffs.
The large purple beast.
Oh my goodness.
Inside of the large purple pit.
That is a lot of large purple things.
Yeah.
And if I've learned anything in my years of being a commentator of League of Legends, large purple monsters are always a good thing to kill.
They are. They definitely are. As we take a look at this replay right here, and Malrang, I mean, he just gets locked up instantaneously.
Do you know what the... Oh, wait, I think that control ward just went down.
Yeah. And
I think that's what he was doing, so that he didn't know that they were there.
That's the part of the pick ban that I was talking about, where the Ezreal Zoe is really good, but Kai'Sa can just sort of reach you.
Yeah.
She does that, you know, she runs into the backline.
It's problematic.
And when you don't have champions that can peel for the Ezreal Zoe back there, things get a little bit bad. And a cat doesn't really peel. I think Yuumi just sort of wants them to die so that she can hop off.
Yeah, get me out of this Jin wild ride.
Yeah. Look at Yuumi. Is that her voice? No? Who was that?
I don't know.
That was Jesus, probably. That's all right. We'll blame her.
That was somebody else. It definitely wasn't me. All right. Checking in. 6,000 gold. It's doubled since that last fight. Of course, that is because Shelly wreaked some havoc towards the top side, and the outer turret in mid lane also went down. BeryL in trouble. Gonna have to flash. Cataclysm to follow there as the final chapter comes in, and BeryL will be taken down. Kellin going to secure that kill for his team. Nice pick off. And of course, when you can't Arctic Assault because there's a Jarvan in front of you, you're not going to be going too far, as this is running.
How did this happen?
Yeah, I know. Well, they killed a lot of them. And
yeah, I mean, they did, but so did Jin Air. It's only a 3-kill. It's only a 3-kill difference, 2-turret difference. Normally...
But then you have a look at these, you know how when there are minions in the lane and you kill them, you get gold? And when you've got Kleptomancy...
Yeah, but Ezreal has Kleptomancy.
Oh, that's true. So Klepto is going to be
And Ezreal can proc it more.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Break it down.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, the thing is, we don't have the little bit down the bottom that tells you how many numbers there are next to these champions, and I think that's going to tell a big story when it comes to this 6,000 gold lead and trying to explain how it happened.
Okay.
I think Root's doing okay. However, things for ShowMaker and Nuguri is basically the same. Cannon Barrage in the mid lane. As we've got a 20 CS advantage and a bit of a CS advantage for Canyon. Maybe it's the jungle. Maybe that's
Is that it?
Maybe that's what it is.
Alright, well, this game is looking all but over. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends...
Sub 30?
Well, no, hold on. We need the... Hold on.
We need that 30-minute stat.
No. Hold on. Infernal Drake will get captured. DAMWON will wipe Jin Air. Then they'll run to the Baron. They'll get the Baron, and then it'll probably take about 3 to 4 waves to end the game, and then there'll be one team fight. Baron will have like a minute 30 remaining. I think that's the line.
All right.
Okay.
That's what you're feeling?
That's... I think that's what... I mean, they could always do something different.
You could always just check the script.
I'm not doing that.
Not doing that?
I'm not doing that.
Gonna keep yourself interested?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to surprise myself from time to time.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
A lot of surprises. That's what LS stands for.
A lot of surprises?
Yep.
Loves surprises.
Loves surprises.
Yeah.
Loves salads.
Loves salads. You definitely do. You've got a custom salad.
Yeah, I
that you
do.
Get,
Here at
for lunch here at the
I do.
ballpark. Damn, man. I saw it for the first time. It's exquisite.
It definitely is. Not as exquisite as this. The
Yeah.
pickoff onto BeryL. That Jarvan really felt like he reached. Didn't feel like that Cataclysm was normal. That was definitely like a King Leonidas jump.
I liked it.
I did too.
I kicked him off and then jumped down with him and killed him.
Oh my god.
That was how cool that play was.
What a savant
I know.
Malrang is.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
He's 2-2-1. Skyline not looking too bad. 5 camps behind
All right.
Canyon in theory.
Here we go.
All right. So
Garen.
Infernal's going to get captured, and then they win a fight
Well,
and move to Baron.
Yes,
right? That's the plan?
right. That's the... Turn your page.
No, I'm not looking at... If you're not looking at it, I'm not
I'm not looking
at it.
at
We
it
need to have
either.
the synergy.
I'm just from the place.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay.
Right.
So you just know it. You don't need to?
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
Okay.
Okay. Nuguri's going to be split pushing as this all happens. He's on the top side of the map, closest to Baron, so we'll be able to offer a lot of... Oh, that thread the needle on the chain was incredible.
All right.
ShowMaker moves on over to Tana, who's struggling now after getting first blood earlier in the game.
Now, do remember that it is Jin Air, so they are a little bit late, even to the script.
Yeah.
So I said there was a team fight at Infernal, but...
No, you said team fight after Infernal.
Oh,
we're still on track.
yeah, we're still...
on
Okay,
track.
all right, nice save, nice save. Thank you
Yep.
for covering me here.
Yep. DWG Gaming, what the real point is, because yes, predicting Jin Air is a difficult thing because often they just don't really know what it is that they should be doing. What DWG are
Deep
now
mind
going to
can't
do
solve
is
that.
setting up vision around this Baron. That is going to be their elementary play as they look to close this game out. Gold lead is only continuing to extend, close to 7k, as Canyon picks up a Cannon Barrage. Probably one of the most high-value ultimates that you can hijack. As BeryL, Arctic Assault, actually utilized this time much better. ShowMaker will get rid of this control ward, and Tana continues to feel the pressure as this 1-3-1 is ensuing against this squad. ShowMaker doesn't have teleport or anything like that, and Canyon is waiting down towards bottom side. So this is delaying the plans of DAMWON, which are to take that Baron. Canyon here, looking for that team fight that our good friend Lost Sandals alluded to earlier. Where are those sandals?
You know, I actually don't know. But if you're looking for like a lost build order, I think Grace might have that for you. He's trying to build a previous version of Rabadon's Death Cap right now.
Yeah.
It's not working out too hot.
When's the amp tome coming in? Oh dear.
You know what? That's a blast through past, okay?
A blasting one to the past.
Ooh, I like how you wove that in.
I feel like he's got too many sticks. He's just gone for the stick build. Grace has just picked up as many stick items as possible. Needs Rod of Ages now to be completed. And
What
then
if,
another blasting
what
one.
if that Jerome's Fist is not actually Jerome's Fist? Ornn just, he went for a waxing. And that's his hand when he gets all the hair waxed.
Oh yeah.
Because Ornn's kind of furry, right?
I mean, no.
I think he is. Wait,
he's
isn't
Rocky.
He's Rocky, but doesn't he have a lot of hair?
No. What?
He has a giant beard, doesn't he?
I think he might have a beard.
Now I need to look that up.
You've broken my brain.
I think
What the hell?
a lot of things have broken my brain. Hold on, I gotta look at Splash. This is important. Yeah. He has like a beard. Yes, he does. He has a lot of hair on his body.
All right.
I'm glad I know this now.
Oh, but like his splash doesn't really show. Okay, he's got the cool moustache.
Yeah,
He should have been picked in the moustache contest. Here's another fight. Malrang gonna be able to get out of there. Flags and drags out of his own Cataclysm, and that's going to be the disengage. This could be potentially that team fight that you were referring to, though, because that is a jungler that has to go back home, and a potential Baron for DAMWON to secure with excessive vision of the area.
Well,
Anna. Oh, that Void Seeker is a very, very scary prospect.
DAMWON, especially with their team composition, they can actually just start the Baron. In the second that Jin Air tries to come, they can turn on them because they have such good access, even though it's a blue side Ezreal, blue side Zoe. So it would not be the worst case scenario.
I'm still confused that Ornn's hairy. Just never really thought of it that way.
It's all right. I mean, he waxes, so waxing is very painful. By the way, don't ever do it.
Okay. Noted.
Personal experience.
No, not gonna get waxed.
Okay. All right. You know what?
That's a note. That's a note to end on, isn't it? Let's let that one sit. Let that one brew for a little while.
Let that simmer.
Yeah.
What is it called? What, is it a crock pot that just sort of like...
Crockpot, like a stew, like full of
yeah,
random
you
stuff.
sort of just leave it for a while, right?
Oh yeah, for like a slow cook, like a
yeah, slow cook.
When it's what you were referring to, it's something like a ragu. Ragu you have to do that with, especially when it's lamb. Delicious.
Oh, you recently had lamb, right? I saw a tweet.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I saw that. You cheating on me?
It was real good. It was real good. As Grace is going to have to flash, does get out of the way there as ShowMaker looks for the kill, but does not get it. Zoomies as well as the You and Me going to help Grace not fall down. But that's another chunking, and that means that more is going to be picked up here by DAMWON, who just feel like they have way more champions on this map than Jin Air do. And look, it's the surprise 10,000 gold lead that's happened once again. 5-8 is the kill score, but 6-1 is the turret score, and DAMWON are just not letting Jin Air do stuff.
Yeah. And it's a very slow and steady method of execution here.
But the level of inevitability is just depressing.
Right.
It's really
You know when has enough time passed for like endgame quotes?
I think so.
Okay. All right. If it hasn't, you can mute right now. I'll give you like 5 seconds.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler
for
warning.
Endgame.
Endgame right here.
Yeah. If you haven't watched the Avengers.
It's passed. You know when Thanos said I am inevitable?
No, but I did see this team fight as the Lost Chapter has come in, but the ultimatum is going to trump that one like you would not believe. The Yumi's left on her own after the Zoe falls. A double kill for free for ShowMaker as Nuguri has found the pirate lying in wait in the chicken pit. You are not safe there, my friend, but after the blast cone, he might be okay. Hookshot just gets him over the wall. See you later, buddy. That's the ace.
All right.
And that should be either Baron or just a victory as DAMWON are skipping steps here in this game.
Yeah. They're not even going to get the Baron, as it does look like they are just going to go for the end of the game. They only have 1 minion in mid, so.
Yep, but they can go down bottom lane. They pick up that inhibitor turret. They pick up these Nexus turrets also very, very comfortably. And at 30 minutes, almost on the dot, they were able to pick up the win by reducing this Nexus to rubble. Canyon having a great time as he just suicides into the enemy fountain. And that will be that. DAMWON with the 2-0 and a solid solidification of the first place. And I know that was redundant, but honestly,
don't worry. Okay.
They already had first place, so I guess it was
did.
redundant to talk about the fact that they had first place. They just have more of a first place.
Now that you're right. You're on top.
That's my defense of my terrible ending quote there, but
okay.
Oh man. Jin Air looked like they were alive at the beginning of that game until they died. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's okay. That is that's all right. Jin Air, they continue their loss streak here.
0-14.
Yeah, I mean we're waiting for them.
They have 4 matches to go
to finally get a win, and you know, it's been something. It really has. It is. I don't know when they'll get it, Atlas. I really don't.
Neither do I.
We invented the light bulb in '79. We cured polio in '53. Went to the moon in '69. And we're not sure when Jin Air will get their first win here in 2019, but
yeah, that'll be one of those iconic achievements for humankind, but mostly for Jin Air kind. Oh my goodness.
Just a moment of silence for that. Do you think that, who are the remaining matches actually? Let me have a look. All of them.
Have a look at Jin Air's strength of schedule.
Yeah.
See how they're going to go. I guess, I mean, if they face Hanwha and KT, I mean, they've faced Hanwha already. That's already happened.
Their next match is Genji.
Okay.
And then after that, Yeah, their next match is Gen G, and then after that they have King Zone,
Okay.
then
Winnable.
KT.
Winnable.
Well, yeah, KT is winnable, and then they face Griffin and Hanwha Life to actually end it off. So they have 2 matches. I would say they can potentially win.
I mean,
Has there ever... Has LCK... See, this is where Papa would come in with his history.
yeah.
Okay, I'm a little bit lacking.
Are you about to ask whether a
Lacking
team has ever
substance.
gone 0-18? Lacking substance. Jesus.
As, yeah, has the team ever gone 0-18?
I don't think so. Not once.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. CJ, I think, got very close. I think they went like 1
Well,
and
I'll tell
2
you
and
what-
16 or something like that.
This is giving me memories of NALCS Spring 2015 Team Coast.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to get some flashbacks.
It's a real scary time. It is a really scary time. I feel like we should be looking to other games for lost streaks of this magnitude.
Yeah.
And there is only a certain Dragons squad from a undersight video game that Papa likes to call that has done worse. Kongdu Monster also didn't have a great time, but never went 0-18, I don't think, because that Nuguri picture is so cool. Damn. That's one of the ones that's actually been drawn.
Yeah. That one's really, really cool.
Yeah,
As we
really
take a look at some of the highlights really quick.
LSAK lost streak? Are you actually coach, by the way, for Jin Air?
LSAK lost streak. All right. In this highlight, though, I mean, this is the end of the times. Jin Air is just way too far up, given their goal deficit, and they just get completely shattered inside of the fight. And there's not much more to say about it. And Atlas, you know, it continues to live up to it. This is the least action-packed series I've ever had the privilege of watching.
The absolute privilege.
Absolutely.
And what I've realized as well is that it doesn't really matter what we're casting. I'm just enjoying being here with you. So thank you so much for making every game enjoyable, and to you guys at home for watching alongside us as well. I know it's a bit difficult sometimes to watch Jin Air Greenwings, but we just appreciate you guys being here. Anyway, and it does mean that now DAMWON Gaming have proven themselves that #1 team in
They got
the
the 10
LCK.
win. Yeah.
Yet to see who's going to pick up the MVP. Not entirely sure who gets it for this game.
It's
I mean,
another one of those games where just a lot is happening, but a lot is also not happening.
Like you say, action-packed lack of action. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. We are going to check out some highlights again. I think this is indicating that Tana's going to get the MVP, because this is his 6th solo kill.
Yeah, he did get the solo kill.
That was the passive that was able to lock it down.
Then after the double kill assist, I mean, this is a nice play that Jin Air... wait a minute, hold on. I said Tana was going to get the solo kill. Atlas, that's really rude.
Tana did get the solo kill.
No, but the MVP, right?
Yeah.
You said he would get the MVP.
Well, I mean, I thought this was the MVP highlights. I thought it was the MVP highlights. I'm like, oh, I guess Tana's getting it. Nice work, dude. Come on, I'm a bit spaced at this point. You've taken me down LS's wild ride this evening.
Oh, no.
Just easy.
He was
easy tug.
He was DAMWON Gaming's most valuable.
Well, I mean, he didn't choose to extend his lead very far, so that's these team fights did work out very well for DAMWON, but it's just so hard to analyze what happened in this game, because it just felt like better players pushed their buttons better than worse players.
Yes, that's what it tends to be with Jin Air games, is if the opposition is just a lot better, sometimes games just go like this. And it's not something that we get to see that often in LCK anymore.
No, and especially not at the top of the standings. Like, at the moment, this is a very competitive season.
Yeah, it is.
Apart from Hanwha KT and then very far below Jin Air Green.
Right.
And it's a harsh reality, but it is one that is a positive. It's better than having one team just dominating everyone. In my opinion, I like it to be closer at the top rather than closer at the bottom.
It's okay, it's okay. We can end, or let's end. Yeah. And then it cut off.
Surprise, guys. They ended.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Wow, Yuumi is chasing Zoe in this this scoreline.
Yep.
So that says something.
It does. And for a jungler that started off, I think, with a couple of kills to his name as well, Malrang not being able to outdamage the cat on a book either. So, I mean, he's tank job,
Pretty strong book.
and he's not going to be able to do too much, but yeah.
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 You know, how is Yumi's book complete, though, right? It's the final chapter.
Yeah.
But there's the lost chapter.
Oh, but which chapter? Maybe that's like chapter 7.
You ever tried
so
building
miss
that
out
on her? Maybe it unlocks something, I don't know. As,
maybe she says something cool about it.
Yeah. Should we take a look?
Canyon's going to pick up the MVP. His style of play was some of the best that we've seen from the jungle so far this patch.
It really has been. And we are just seeing a lot of I mean, there was a lot of fighting and a lot of bloodshed in both of these games.
Oh, yeah.
But the CS scores, the deficits across everything. And you know what? Take a look at the MVP standings right now. You have a mid laner, a jungler, a top laner, and a jungler. And they say top and jungler are bad rules.
I mean, mid lane is obviously the best.
Mid is obviously the best. I mean, objectively, look at this.
Yeah,
points.
bottom lane just is irrelevant, apparently. Bottom lane, not even a lane that you ever want to go into. Don't worry about that one. Don't use that for your solo queue. If you want to get solo queue MVP points, which I don't think are possible, then you're going to have to play mid lane or top lane.
Oh, no, they kind of are. The honor at the end.
That's true.
That sort of is like an MVP voting system.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So if you want to be able to get as many people to click on you as possible, play jungle. I think that's just the rule.
Better jungler wins.
Better jungler wins.
Actually,
and if you
don't
want a
do
game,
that
then
if you value your mental health.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. We are going to go to an interview. So here's Ji-sun for some translation as we say hi to Canyon and ShowMaker.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Ji-sun with the Interpreter Translation, and we'll be hearing from ShowMaker, Canyon from DAMWON Gaming. ShowMaker, congratulations on making it to the first place on the MVP rankings as well. Today was a clean win, so it feels really nice. And also I got I climbed up to the first place for the MVP, so it feels really nice. I heard Nuguri also wants to be on the top of the MVP standings. Are you as well? I used to be in the really on the bottom side because Nuguri got a lot of MVPs in the first round, so I wasn't really paying too much attention. But when I heard that I was on the first place today, now I kind of want it, yeah. And Canyon, you are on the second place. So do you want to be the first place as well? Not really, I'm not paying attention to it. I just want to win games.
네, 이렇게 MVP 순위 높은 담원 선수들과
So we are here joined by MVP number 1 and number 2 in LCK. And DAMWON still remaining on the first place. You guys are almost there to making it to the playoffs. How was today's match, Canyon? I think we weren't letting our guards down and not to be nervous, but well, and actually we actually did, so our performance was very clean. So, game number 1, Jin Air opened the core key for you, and then they locked in Zed on the mid lane. So, how do you see the matchup between Corki and Assassins? Well, if the Corki player is good, every matchup is just comfortable.
덤덤한 표정으로 파일럿의 중요성을 강조해 주셨습니다. 자, 그리고 쇼메이커 선수가
And also,
선택하시고
you went with Unsealed Spellbook for Corki and started with a TP. Why did you choose that for your starting summoner's spell? Well, as soon as I got 450 gold, I wanted to go back and get the item and get back to lane really fast and just earn gold as many as possible.
템도 빨리 뛰었고요. 자, 그리고 쇼메이커 선수가 어시를 일찍 먹고 시작을
ShowMaker,
했는데요.
you started with an assist, so let's
들어보도록 할게요.
take a look at the replay over here.
자, 이때 정글러가 탑에 있는 상황에서도
So there were already 2 members on the top side, and you also roamed up. So before this, well, actually, Jin Air players trying to make a move in the top lane, so I told our players to kind of hold on to it, and I'm just gonna go for a backup on the next turn. So that's why I kind of roamed up.
자 그리고 2세트에는 베릴 선수의 서포트
In game number 2, another game of your support Sejuani. So was that an original plan to rotate her to the support role? Not really. We're just thinking of just rotating depending on the situation. And then I just suddenly wanted to play Silas, so I just made BeryL to play Sejuani.
세주아니를 뽑아놓은 상황에서 선택을 바꿔서 갔던 건가요?
So you changed your mind in the middle of the draft?
네, 알겠습니다.
Yeah, kind of.
사일러스 정글에 대해서 요즘 LCK에서 의견이 많이 갈려요.
So, Silas jungle is a little
bit 전승인데 케니언 선수는 사일러스를
actually not having a lot of success in LCK, but you. Well, I mean the Silas, the skill set is really exciting. You know, it's really fun to play, and also you can make a lot of play out of the hijacked ultimate. So I think it's quite good. And also, Kai'Sa in LCK is also having a very low win rate, but Nuclear. So does that kind of connect with DAMWON's playstyle? It does, and also does Nuclear. He used to play Kai'Sa a lot. I mean, he only played Kai'Sa in solo queues and like that. So I think he's really good at Kai'Sa, and that's why we're kind of still playing Kai'Sa in the current meta.
자 그리고 2세트 초반에도 탑 싸움이 치열했어요.
We also had a very fierce fight over the top lane in the very early phase. The ShowMaker. Dude, that doesn't really matter. Well, to be honest, I didn't know. I wasn't really aware of it. Maybe Nuguri has to die like 5 times for us to like recognize it, because even though he dies that much, he in the late game he always like come back and kill everybody. So I just want to say fighting Nuguri.
자, 다원 게이밍은 뭐 교전도 잘하고 받아치는 모습도 환상적이었는데요. 자,
so we have another highlight for game number 2.
자, 이제 진에어가 굉장히 날카롭게 들어왔는데 캐년 선수 굉장히 여유 있게 대응하는 모습이었어요.
Actually, Jin Air was trying to open fight, but you were really calm and fighting back really well. Well, actually, BeryL said he's gonna start the fight, but we thought that our plan actually got caught by Jin Air, but we actually wasn't really that flustered, so we were able to kind of stay focused during the fight. And your head coach actually said in the previous interview that the standings doesn't really matter, and the split isn't over yet. Well, I think I agree with him. Well, if the performance is good, you just naturally end up in a higher rankings. So we should just solely focus on improving our performance. So Kenyon, how are we gonna prepare for the upcoming Africa series? Well, we are not going to let our guards down, and we're gonna do our best.
자, 오늘도 고생
This will be the end of the
많으셨고요.
interview with
깔끔한 승리
ShowMaker Kellin from DWG Gaming, picking up the 10th match wins in LCK for the first time. And I'm going to pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason, once again for your fantastic translation. And here we are at the end of this week. Match 66 is done and dusted of our 90 of the season. So we are over that 2/3 of the way through point. And DAMWON have solidified first place. And Jin Air, yeah, don't need to talk about that.
Yeah,
but 10 wins for the first time has been hit by one of our LCK teams in summer.
Yeah, and it was hit against the 10th place team, Atlas. Maybe they're onto something. I just want to point out that DWG Gaming, they're the only cool-colored remaining team on the left-hand side.
That is a good
point. A bunch
point.
of these warm colors are cropping up on them.
Yeah.
And it's
one of the warm colors is really dropped off.
And you want to say that that climate change and global warming is not real? Take a look.
Yeah,
All
it's
right?
happening.
It's
happening.
coming.
It's creeping up. It's coming for DAMWON. Yeah, Greenland not safe anymore.
Oh man.
Apparently. But
all right.
10 wins. I mean, 8 wins for the 7th place team, LS. It is so incredibly close. It's our first day back, and it will be LS and I on Thursday. SKT continue their dominance and attempt to take down Kingzone Dragon X. That'll be a super hype matchup, as well as the FLICKR Freaks coming off their win against Kingzone against our new first place team, DWG Gaming.
And that's going to be an exciting day because SK Telecom, are they going to keep on their tier?
Yeah.
Or is it finally going to be able to be put a stop to by Kingzone? And then a FLICKR and DAMWON, that's always going to be exciting. And then the next day, we get Sandbox and Griffin to close it out at 8 p.m.
I don't know why you ignored KT versus Hanwha, the relegation battle to see who's going to be joining Jin Air Greenwings.
Oh, Jin Air's not going to get relegated.
I mean, they don't have to get relegated, but
Oh,
they
you
will
just
be
mean-
into the relegation
okay.
tournament. That is
That's sure.
guaranteed.
Surety.
Pretty sure it's
Surety.
impossible for that to not happen. So a little
Yeah.
bit sad there, but KT versus Hanwha will be that battle to see who is escaping that relegation zone. The most important is the head-to-head between those two teams. But that's going to be next week. See you later, guys. See you on Thursday.
You take me higher when I feel low. Make my world brighter when I'm alone. I keep on rolling, oh, with your fuel. You're like my gasoline that makes my dream come true. 'Cause this is the beginning.